Like at that point, it may become too complicated, right? If I send in a beginner and I say, hey, go get your blood work and do this, they're going to fucking freak out. You know, they'd be like, well, this is too much shit to kind of handle. Is this really what fitness is? Do I really have to do all this? You know, and it's like, no, not necessarily. Like you said, focusing on your protein, your water intake, you know, sleep, things like that. Like those are all going to be good enough to make a huge change, especially if for the past 30 years you've done nothing. You know what I mean? Like that could change your whole damn life. in a few months, really, you know. But people like me and you know, we get our blood work done, we kind of play with our hormones a little bit and stuff like that, but we've both been lifting for a long time, have a lot of information, we try to keep up knowledge base wise, you know, but that's not the majority of the population doesn't even have that kind of time or interest, I bet.
And I would recommend everybody, even if you're a beginner, to get your blood work done. Like, you know, we go to Renew Wellness and they do our blood work and they tell us like, oh, you need to higher your testosterone, you need to lower down, whatever it is. I think it just needs to happen for the sense of we're at a time period of life where you're in your 20s and your testosterone is low. It's just necessary now.
It's just a part of the world we're living in this time period currently.
I remember talking to this guy who was in the 60s and I told him what my testosterone was, like 30, 340 or whatever it was at the time. And he was like, oh, I'm like at 650.
Yeah.
And he's like literally almost 70.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. I have a client who's in his 60s and I mean, like he's just worked fucking hard his whole life, bro. His testosterone is through the roof.
I don't get it, man.
Yeah,
it just shows how much chemically we grew up in different environments.
Right. Yes.
And I would recommend that as a thing.
Yeah, I think everybody should. It at least gives you information, right, to kind of somewhere to start from.